I guess the big question is, what is it about Paul? Like, I know his story pretty well inside out.
Yeah.
What stood out about him to you?
Yeah, I think, and you know, all of the panelists echoed the same idea. We got a lot of submissions for Paul, and that's not necessarily the way to win. It's one submission that's really good quality could win. But it is nice to see a whole community jump in, and they're not all writing the same thing. They're all writing different things about Paul, different anecdotes about ways Paul made a difference in their son's life or in their community's life, going in, setting up flag football programs in areas where kids never leave the neighborhood and they don't have a lot of recreation, a lot of people caring about their after school hours. So we heard a lot of stories from different people about Paul, which says a lot, and I think that resonated with the panel. And the second thing that really resonated with the panel was the passion that Paul has for his neighborhood, regardless of its circumstances. So he's from there. You know, he's a successful guy. He could be coaching football lots of other places, but he chooses to focus on his community because he knows he can make a difference. And his vehicle for making a difference is football, and that's where we come in. We look for people there are a lot of people doing good things in communities, but when you use football, which we think is a great team sport and teaches kids a lot about sticking together, regardless, you know, you have big guys and small guys and different colored guys, and if you can learn to work together and you have each other's backs, it can really make a difference in those kids' lives. So that really shone for Paul, is the fact that he, not only to help them with safety, but often it's a point of dignity. I know one of the other teams in this league gave the Mustangs some money because they felt, you know, I think their coach probably didn't like to show up and see another team playing in 10-year-old pants when his team has nice new. So this, the nice thing with that pants, jerseys, that counts as equipment. So safety obviously is first. But
hi, we're at Real Sports with the NFL Youth Coach of the Year, and the kids are all here having a ball, and they never expected this, and I had them coming in the bus from Heron Gate and Russell Heights, and they were quiet. I couldn't believe it, quiet for the first time, and now they're here, they're still quiet. So I think they're just in awe of everything. It's amazing.
How's it feel?
You know what? It's just it feels like we're going to keep doing more, and I think as a club we're going to do more for these kids. And we're doing a lot for them, but I think we can do more.
How'd you hear about the news?
I was driving on the airport parkway using Bluetooth, and Tammy from the NFL, Tammy Johnson from the NFL called. I said, Tammy, I said, are you serious? I won BlackRock NFL Youth Coach of the Year? She said, yes. I said, I got to pull over. Can I call you back? So I pulled over in the parking lot and I found all the information and had to keep it quiet for one day. And the next morning, the first call was to my kids.
Now, what did you say to your kids and what was their reaction?
I just told them the news and they were screaming. Happiness and wow, something like that. They're having a great time.
Tell me what you're going to do with the bursary money. This is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really a seed money because when you look at it, it's $5,000 we can spend it 1 year, or we could grow it. And through registered education plans involving the business community, we could do a lot more for a lot more kids and have something to talk about.
And the equipment, $5,000.
Yeah, so we'll have that with pants and a couple of helmets, and we'll have all our new pants, and that's a dream we never expected ever to get.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
My name is Derek Gross from the NFL, and I wanted to welcome each and every one of you here today to join us. We're honored and excited to be here with our Coach of the Year property for the first time ever in Ottawa, and obviously celebrating outstanding achievements within the community with Coach Howard and everyone here. The Coach of the Year initiative is obviously more than wins and losses on the field. It's about contributing communities, and that's what we like that BlackRock and the NFL have been able to contribute. In the last 15 years, with the support...
Like Coach Paul, I'm also a youth football coach. I coach my two younger sons, who's one of my sons is a 12-year-old and the other is a 10-year-old. And one thing that I try to instill in them is character building. And one thing I always tell my young athletes, one of the things that you have to do is, are you doing the right things when nobody's looking? Are you listening to your parents? Are you looking?
Kind of humbled by them a little bit. Actually, the truth I said to my boys, that's kind of the award right there. Reading some of them, I didn't know about them. So that's nice.
Okay. All right. Great. I'll leave you with that. All right.
That's incredible.
I'll get this in your bank account.
On my account. See the big guy over there. First of all, thanks everybody for coming today. It's great that South Ottawa is well represented here in the Mustangs. I'd like to thank, first of all, the coaches, because I'm getting all the credit, but there were 6 or 7 other coaches every night out there. And without their support, none of this would be possible. And I know you guys love your coaches, right guys? Yeah, there we go. And thanks to Executive Chris Kelly here, and Peter Hunter, our past president, Audrey here, and Christine. Thank you very much for working with us. We know it's not easy. I think life's a bunch of stories. And a couple of years ago, we're out in Sandalwood Park, and this has to be the worst field in the city. And it's full of rocks and old grass. And we get these kids that never played football before. So I said, I got this dummy here. Can you hit the dummy? And I look at the number 75 there. And 75 says, Coach, I can't hit it. I can't hit it, Coach. I said, just pretend here. Ryan, come on in here. So Ryan's 6 years old. He's playing touch football. Another Ryan. He's playing touch football for us. And Ryan likes to go deep. Like, Ryan just wants to run the bomb. Every play, he will never stop this boy. So I know Ryan's going to be playing football all his life, and I'm pretty confident about that. So those are the football stories. But really, it's about, guys, this is about you today and about how good your future is going to be, because if this can happen to an old guy like me, it can definitely happen to you. And you know, I have my coaches, Jim Shirelli and Wally Harris, that taught me everything. And so hopefully these lessons, guys, be it in business or what you're doing at work, that you can work with some other kids when you're an old fart, and hopefully we keep this thing going. All right, guys? So thank you very much for coming.